Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 21 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Oh my goodness, there's bad guys in there. Oh my goodness, there's bad guys in there. I wasn't prepared for bad guys yet. But that's a good point, so I should probably handle that. Yeah, I forgot. It's a dark room, isn't it? I didn't put lights in there yet. I didn't put a lighting system in there yet. So looks like liquid meat and pink slime is doing its job, which is cool. So on the opposite side of this, I can throw an extract card in. We started setting this up last episode, so now we're cruising right along. And now we should be getting the pink slime. Perfect. Beautiful. That's cool. Let's get some add-ons. Boom, boom, boom. And you know what? I know I'm going to need, let's say, 4 more of each. We're missing a few buckets of whatchamacallit, but that's okay. We'll get the other 4 in a minute. So this will just make this run faster, right? Nice. Okay. So he should be cool. The other thing we're going to need is a range add-on. Now that's a +4 we've already got from probably a quest reward. So let's throw that in there as well. And that should do a good job of clearing out the room. Nice. Okay. Show working area. What do we got here? Actually, yeah, the +4 does a really good job. A little bit larger than it even needs to be, which works for me. All right. So, hey, we've got a dark room going. But I'm going to go ahead and do the chicken feed thing. But first, I want to set up lights. I'm going to want some kind of redstone light control setup, right? Yeah, let's just do standard for these guys, right? Now what I'm thinking is maybe in the corners like this. Yeah, that should be cool. Excellent. And then let's get above there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to laser IO the redstone signal. Okay, so what we're going to have is 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you can see this, but if not, you will be able to soon. You're going to output on the down, and you're going to be connected to here. On the down, you're going to output. You're going to be connected to here. On the down, you're going to output. And then you can bind to this one, who will also down output. Cool? Beautiful. And let's get ready for this thing. So what I'm thinking I'll do, in theory, I might be able to have this sit here with an input. This might work. Right? So if I get a lever now, in hindsight, maybe I should have made the walls like 2 or 3 thick so that I could do stuff like this and keep things hidden, but man. Hey, that works, right? That super works. That super duper works. That is cool. This corner has something weird going on with lighting updates, because that's the same one that did weirdness before, right? And now look, it's... What is up with this corner? What indeed? There is something weird here. The ferro flare shouldn't be getting in there, I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe this one is just like barely within that range. I don't know. But there's some kind of weird lighting update happening right in this area. Something funky going on there. We'll see if it goes away over time. Maybe it'll just magically fix itself. So hey, if I... Oh, right, I have to feed this to a chicken, don't I? That's right, I do. So let's get a chicken. Courtesy of the many eggs I have. Hello. Would one of you like to eat this? Do you have to be a grown-up? I don't know. I do have a mob imprisonment tool. I think I got this as a quest reward, actually. So how about you chill here for a minute, and I'll get some seeds. And you get grown up real quick, so that you can do the thing I need. So close. Good enough. 4, 3, 2, 1. I love seeing the growing time. Hello. Rotten egg. Quest complete. Tasteless. Create a 5x5 area of dreadful dirt used on grass, dirt, mycelium, or farmland. Easy peasy. Hello. Now we're cooking. All right. Lights off. Lots of mob spawn. Lots of the stuff that we need, and that's cool beans. All right. Now we're cooking. So let's take a look in here, and we should see that we have some amount of pink slime. We can just leave this off, and that will let the mobs run, and then we can turn this off, and that'll be good. While that's running, let's go get our mob crusher, because that's the next thing we're going to need, okay? So to get that, we're going to need the sword, and then we're going to need this guy. But not in here, but in here. Mob crusher, advanced machine. Do we not have any more patterns? We will in a sec. Cool. So that should be good. I've got netherite scrap in my thing over here, right? Yes, good. So in case I ever use too much of it. We do have enough pink slime for this to work. So that means you should be crafting. Nice. And then we're ready for our mob crusher. Beautiful. All right. Let's get a range add-on number 4, because that worked really well for us. Range add-on 4. My patterns should be pretty done by now. And then I'll get 30 more for the next time I need them. I'm going to have to get a nether quartz chicken. I'm burning through nether quartz like nobody's business. Correction, I'm going to need to breed up to 10, 10, 10 a nether quartz chicken, because the thing I just said. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need that. So you can get here, you can get my add-on range +4. Start that bad boy. Tier 4 add-on, good to go. All right, so we've got our mob crusher, we've got our tier 4 add-on. We should be cool. Now, the only thing that always bothered me about, let's get the lights on in here. The way this works is I can put my add-on in here, but the range will always be in forward and ahead. I'd like to be able to place it on top here, but then like baby zombies and whatnot aren't going to get anything done to them. So let's put this thing here instead of there. Okay. And then you can have your range add-on, and you can get one of these each. That should be good. Cool. And now if we show working area, it should be the whole room, right? As long as it's the whole room, I'm good. It is. That works for me. Cool. All right, let's move this guy then to be here. And you bind here and there. Cool. All right. So what we're going to want to do is the following. Let's get a trash can, a fluid trash can. Okay. And you're going to go here. And on the up, you're going to get one of these guys, but with a low priority. So that means that's the last place Laser IO will put fluids. And it'll put any fluid in there. And that should be cool. So that's number 1. So number 2 is I would like you to run without a redstone signal, and you to run with a redstone signal. Okay? And here's how I'm going to play this. And I think I did this similar in ATM. But on the down here, we're going to sense how much fluid is in here. And for that, we're going to need a filter. So on the down with the sensor fluid card, we're going to check for pink slime. Okay. And if we have, I got to figure out who's breaking my shift clicks, because that is going to get really annoying really quick. Being able to do buckets at a time was a big deal for me. So let's say 8 buckets of pink slime. That should be enough to keep us going, right? So when we have enough pink slime on the down, I would like to emit a redstone signal on the white channel. And then over here, so I want you to actually run with redstone and you to run without. Run with no redstone. And then you're going to be output, and you're going to be output. Oh, right. No, I do want that the way I had it before. No signal, yes signal, right? So what'll happen is when we get 8 buckets, he'll emit a redstone signal, which will turn off the mob slaughter factory and turn on the mob crusher. Does that sound cool? All right. And then you need energy and fluid extract, and you should be good. Easy peasy, right? That should be super cool. I'm going to need to get my bricks out of here. The one thing Pocket Storage doesn't do that I would love for it to do is to auto-stock my inventory. Speaking of auto-stocking inventory, though, is Pneumatic Craft in here? What? No, where's my Pneumatic Craft? FTB, please. FTB, please. Well, that's a bummer, but we'll have to live. So this should all be cool now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights back off. And what we should see happening, you know what? Hang on. Hide working area. Thank you. Off. Now here's a question. Can you tick accelerate? I think you do. Nice. So that works on the cursed earth, which is cool. So if we take a look at you now, and we turn this back on, oh my goodness, that is just bananas. Look at it go. All right, sweet. So now once you hit 8 buckets, it should toggle the redstone signal, which will cause you to stop running and you to be allowed to run. Cool? Super cool. And now mobs are spawning and giving me loots. Nice. Nice. All right, cool. So now what we need to handle, and also fluid essence. Super cool, right? So we're voiding excess fluids. We're once we get a certain amount of pink slime, we start letting that run. When we use up the pink slime, because that's the resource we care about, once we use that up, it'll turn the thing off and just start generating loots, which is good. Now we're going to need to handle the loots because, yeah, you can clearly see we're going to have a lot of nonsense. There's going to be a lot of nonsense coming in. Just a minute. What if... Where could we put the loots for this? Maybe on this wall? I like that idea. But let's use functional storage. And what I'm thinking I might do is rather than having an array of oak drawer 1x1s, let's have an array of oak drawer 4 sliders, right? 2x2s. And I'll tell you why. We're gonna have a lot of loot. And with upgrades, it makes it so that we can be a little bit more compact in our looting. And I think that would be a good way to go. So let's put away some stuff we don't need at the moment, resource-wise. I'll probably want those cables, but we'll get back to them in a minute. Don't need you at the moment. Don't need you at the moment. That all should be good. So I'm going to put that away too, along with that. And you are repaired, so that's nice, right? You still need to be repaired, so I'll let you stay here. Cool. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's turn the lights on for a minute. Let's get some 4x4 oak drawers. Or 2x2, I mean. Okay. Because this will give me a lot of inventory space. And I think I actually happened to get a drawer controller as a quest reward just recently, so that's cool. Okay. And you know what I might want to do? Real quick. Let's get you here. Let's get you here. And let's get you added to the to-do. And then finally, I would like you, you, and you. And we're clearly going to need more crafters down in the basement, but we'll get that going in a bit. That's right, we need more nether quartz. I should probably get another quartz chicken, because I'm pretty sure I have one, right? I didn't get a 10-10-10 of that, though, did I? Where's the quartz? Quartz. There they are. I've got a 1-1-1 and a 1-1-1-1 that aren't stacking. So, yeah, we'll have to deal with that at some point. So, we know that there's going to be a healthy amount of loots here. Let's get ready to deal with that. Okay, so let's have... I think we've got a few nodes we could borrow. Can you reach from here to here? Nope, that's 8. What I should say is what the range is. Wouldn't that be cool? Be like, you tried to do 7, or you tried to do 9, right? And then I would know, as a player, hey, I'm off because reason, I'm off by 2. I need to know, this is how I fix it. I should be able to just to that, right? That should be fine. Okay, so now you're ready to insert into here. And what I'm going to have is an insert card with a high priority of 10, let's say. Okay, and then where should I put the overflow chest? Because I should have one. How about I could put it here? That seems cool. Or I could put it here. That might not be a bad idea, right? I could just throw a diamond chest that's an overflow here. That could be cool, right? I like that thought. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna sneak in through the back wall here. So then what we want to do is break this, and we're gonna have the node here, and then the opposite side of this will be another insert, and that'll be normal priority, right? So this is high priority, insert there, and that goes there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock all the drawers and link them up. So let's come back in a sec to get this all configured properly, right? So basically, linking tool will be that, and let's put this in multiple modes so that you can do this easily. Cool. Love that. It really is quite good, isn't it? And then lock everybody, and now we should be good. And then all we need to do is on the opposite side of you, have an extract card set to 8 items at a time. Now, what should happen is you should be extracting items, and you're not because I didn't bind you to you. Now you should be extracting items. And you're still not extracting items because I actually don't have an answer for that. Oh, I didn't put you on the opposite side, that's why. North, boom. Now you're inserting items. Much better. Cool. And then what I'll do is, as items go in the chest, I'll decide which ones get a slot in the drawers. Does that sound cool? All right, let's come back in a sec. All right, so I've got some cleanup that I did a little bit off camera here because, you guys have seen me set up similar systems to this before, so I didn't want to bog this episode down too much in that stuff. But I've got a trash can underneath here with a nice high-ish priority, and I'm filtering what's allowed to go in there, and I'm extracting it from the chest. So what happens is everything from the mob drops goes into the chest, and then we extract from the chest to trash, right? And that's how we do it, right? So that should be cool. So I put these in here, and they should all get voided nice and quickly. Nice, beautiful. I've also done a little bit of cleanup around my base because again, today's been a day where I've had breaks where I record and can't record, but I'm at my computer, so I was able to do things off camera. So I cleaned up in this area over here. Look how fancy I made this. I'm telling you, Dyer can build. What I also did is I automated this guy with the crafter. So I just real quick off camera ran a cable all the way over to here. And then I've got a crafter for auto crafting the stuff that I need. So, for example, from refined storage, if I needed some more iron basic processors, and hit start here. Ta-da! You should note that the recipe for this has changed again, and I'm going to really make fun of the guys over at FTB for this one. I'm going to ask them when they're going to stop changing the recipe for this. But now the slime goes in slot 1, and the iron ingot goes across the line rather than what was the reverse before, because I went to run things through and my automation was broken again, and I had to, this one was not as big a break. Also, I threw my emerald furnace in here, so he's got smelting recipes programmed into him, so this is all set up and good to go. He's exporting to the back. There you go. So I'm gonna probably upgrade him soon. Now what I want to do is get my mob duplicator going, but before I can do that, I would like to get some mobs. So what I'm going to get actually is a couple receivers. I would like 1, 2, 3 of these at the moment. And how am I for flux points? Good enough. All right, and away we go. Whee! So I'm going to plop matter receivers at each of the relevant locations in this area. Cool. I should set up the ender pouch type of thing that I normally do. That would be cool. So how about like right here can be a matter receiver, right? I've got you, and we'll call this Stone Dungeon. Cool, works for me. And then now we're flying. We are cruising. Again, I didn't need flight to be able to fly. I needed flight to be able to move very quickly. And it's working out for me. It's working out for me pretty well. So this is like the caves area. I don't know if I'll need to get there again. I mean, a lot of the resources that it looks like you can get there, you can get anywhere. So, meh. All right, is this... Yeah, we'll call this... My goodness, my pick breaks things very quickly. Nether Dungeon. Now, what I'd like to get... Well, what I'd like to do is spell dungeon correctly. So Nether Dungeon. Now I want to get a couple things. I would like to get a blaze, and I would like to get a wither skeleton. So I'm going to go get those, and we'll be right back. All right, step 1, acquire blaze. Complete. Now for a wither skeleton... There was some in here, up here somewhere, weren't there? Isn't there a spawner in here? A skeleton spawner? Yep, hello, friend. Cool. And then I should be good. Now I'm going to actually not teleport out. I'm going to fly out of here. Because since I'm already close to the end area, I'd like to go set up my end teleporter right now. So let's do that real fast. All I got to do is get you ready. Is there anything else I want for mob spawn purposes? I can't think of anything at this moment, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So now we zip on this way. And we're at the end area. And I'm just going to, again, plop it at the end dungeon. Not that I think there's anything left in that dungeon for me to get, but, you know, it should be fine. So let's pop you down. End dungeon. Cool. Now I can teleport home with my charged porter, and you'll notice that I set up a nice little dialer up type dude. So if I need to get to the nether dungeon, I dial once, I step in the thing, and look, we're here. Hooray! No more flying across that really long dungeon path. Sweet. All right. So now let's get set up for Cursed Earth, right? AKA Mob Spawny Good Times. So what I want to do is the following. So let's see. I'd like to be able to automate this in an intelligible way and plan for multiple mob spawners. So the first question I have would be, can mobs be spawned from underneath the Cursed Earth? That's an exceptional question. Let's clear out where the Cursed Earth area is, because I'm pretty sure it's that, right? So if I just got my 5x1 hammer, so many hammers. I think that's all the dreadful dirts, right? Perfect. Well, that's actually dirt there. Does that mean this is dreadful? It is. Okay, so I was off by 1. Not the end of the world. Cool. All right, so that's all the dreadful dirts. So if I put a mob spawner here, the duplicator, and let's just get you some stuff, right? So first off, I'm going to want an add-on tier 2. Did I make one of these already? I forget. I did. That's all right. I might have a need for more. Now, the show working area, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to work with the duplicators, and I don't know why. Oh well. So what we're going to want is temporarily give me a bucket of mob essence and a little bit of power. Okay, so you've got bucket, you've got power, you've got wither skeleton and thing. Did that work? Did it spawn one? It did. Well, that's exciting. It's very exciting, actually. I'm very pleased about that because that makes my life a little bit easier. So here's what I think I'd like to do. Let's have multiple mob duplicators. Okay. And because there's a couple ways we could automate this, but what I'm thinking is we have multiple mob duplicators and we set them up with redstone signal controls on the controller. And if we have more than X number of resources, we turn them off. So if we have more than 128 blaze rods, let's say, we turn off the blaze spawner. If we have more than 512 wither skeleton skulls. Where did I get this from? Lava sigil, do not eat. Did I get that as a quest reward? I'm putting it away. Oh, you know what? I bet named mob dropped it. There was a named mob in there that I killed. I bet he dropped it, because it's right next to another item that I know he dropped. So, anyway, mob duplicator, good to go? Yes, cool. All right. So then you'll sit here, okay? Now, let's get some laser nodes. Boop, boop. We will laser bind you. Boop, boop. And let's make sure you're connected to the same laser network here. Okay, so on the up, what we want to do is we want to extract on the down a fluid on the orange channel. Okay. And then on the up, we're going to insert on the orange channel. So you should be getting filled up with essence now. Same deal here. Up, insert, orange. Getting essence. Yes? Maybe? Possibly? Once you're full? Yeah. Now, if I wanted to, I could enable round robin on this guy. And maybe I will. So that he'll take turns filling these dudes up. Okay. Now, I would like you only to run probably on a low signal. Okay. And then on the up, I would like you to have energy. And on the up, I would like you to have energy. And that should be cool. And then I also want you to both have the add-ons. Excellent. Sweet. That is what's up. Now, why is the blaze one not spawning? Because I didn't put the blaze one in there, I put an empty one in there. Now we should also be getting blazes. Cool. Look at you go. All right. Now I'm going to turn you off. And you as well. Okay. And what I want to set up is a sensor card on here. Okay. So I would like you to detect when there's blaze rods. And then you emit on the orange channel. Okay. But I would like you to count 512. Let's start with 128. Okay. And then we're also going to do the same thing. Sensor. I'm going to have you do black channel because wither skeletons. Okay. Wither skulls. 128. Okay. So when we have 128 wither skulls, emit a signal on black. When we have 128 blaze rods, emit a signal on orange. Okay. And then you are the blaze rods. So I'm going to have you output a redstone signal on orange. And you can output a redstone signal on black. Cool. All right. So now what we need to do is add blaze rods and wither skeleton skulls to the thing. And then also add stone swords to the void. Okay. Now we switch you back to run with no redstone signal, and the same for you. Run with no redstone signal. And now you should be spawning all those things, and we're producing lots of good stuff, right? How cool is that? That's looking good, right? And then as we get blaze rods, that reminds me I have to sync this up. But once we hit 128 blaze rods, it should stop the blaze spawner. Right? In theory. See what happens, because we're awfully close to that point. This should be really cool. Here it comes. Boom. No more blazes? Look at that. All right. But yes to more mob skeletons. I'm assuming that the mob spawner for skeletons is still running, but out of mob essence. And you are also low on mob essence, but that's okay. He'll refill. Now, if I wanted to speed up the mob essence process, let's do it. Let's do it. Mob essence for days. I may need to overclock some stuff back here. It's possible. I'm just saying. Did I made a bunch of overclockers with EMC. So let's do on the north face. You can be there you go. Transfer to bet. That's cool. All right. So now you'll extract all the things. And then I want to do the same to you, right? Because you're going to... you actually seem to be handling the mob essence stuff pretty well. Did I do that already there too? No, but... Sweet, we filled it up. That's so cool. Oh, it's so good. All right, and then now you're consuming the essence. I might want to speed up the essence transfer here too. So on the down... There you go. 8 buckets a tick. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Feeling really good about this. And then watch this. You ready? Take a few blaze rods. Blazes start spawning again. And then they stop spawning once we have more than 128. That's cool. How cool is that? That is super cool. Now, the only thing I probably want to do is I want to make the Wither Skeleton Skulls be 512, not 128. Blaze Rods we get very many of. Wither Skeleton Skulls we do not, right? How about 1024? That'll be the number I go for, right? So Wither Skeletons we want to have a large backlog of skulls. Blaze Rods, you know, not so good. Okay. It's feeling pretty good to me. You know? We just need more mob essence. Now, if I wanted to, I could easily, you know, dark matter pedestal this. And then it would just be bananas level speed. Like that. And we should be getting copious amounts. Look at all the skeletons spawning. Yep, they're doing a good job, I gotta say. Hey, look, more mob drops. Sweet, we got feathers at some point. Probably a chicken jockey. And we've got a few more things to add to the void. We've also been getting a few legendary loot crates, which I have to open. None of that was exciting. I was not excited by any of that. Got to introduce you to a dictionary so you can learn what the word legendary means. Cool. All right, so step one, getting healthy-ish amounts of Wither Skeleton Skulls. Let's wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. I think it's time for spawning the Wither, right? And get another star? I don't see why not. So for now, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to probably spawn a Wither and have some more fun. And then we should be able to get into Project E a little bit deeper. We can get Eternalist Fuel. We can get, you know, a few other things that we'll have access to craft with the Philosopher's Stone. So for now, take it easy.